Out of all the curse techniques from Jujutsu Kaisen, which one do I think is underutilized? And which one would I use that I think I could use better? And the first thing that came to mind wasn't a character a lot of people really think of, because there's a lot of OP techniques, but I'm going to go with the technique from a character named Haruta. Do any of you guys even remember who that is? I don't blame you if you don't. It's this dude. The guy that got bodied by Nanami, and then Megumi decided to summon Maharaga against. Yeah, Maharaga was summoned for this side character. Now, in terms of his technique, for those that don't remember exactly, I don't blame you for not remembering, it's called Miracle. Basically, he stores up luck from his day-to-day stuff, and it builds up based on those markings under his face. Each marking represents one use of luck that will save him. More simply, each of those markings will save him from one would-be lethal attack. For example, you remember every single one of those devastating punches that Nanami was throwing at him? If you look closely, every time Nanami was hitting him, one of those marks disappeared. And the reason why is because every hit that was hitting him, if it worked for his technique, would have killed this man. And the thing is, this guy doesn't even understand his own technique. If you gave this technique to someone who understands it or is even the slightest bit competent, sure, you might not be able to fight someone top tier, but to fight someone where you could basically fight them in a prolonged fight, and even if you were to get close to losing, you can think of something, because you could have, at most, I think, 6 lives extra. Or more simply, survive up to 6 would-be lethal attacks. And you'll have until you run out, and you would die on your 7th, or who knows if 6 is even the maximum this guy could store. If you're smart enough and actually try to use this properly, learn how to fight and make a fighting style that would work around this technique. Just try and be a stealthy fighter. Hell, be an underhanded fighter who doesn't fight people up front. That way you have plenty of time to build up these basically extra lives. So if the stealth option or underhanded tactics don't work immediately, you would be able to have some extra lives on reserve in case things get dicey. And although I believe that I am definitely not the smartest of people in the world, I definitely think that even if I was given the bare bones knowledge of how this technique worked, I could use it infinitely better than this dude.